Hi there, welcome. I'd just like to take you through a quick post-run stretch. I've just been for a run and I got home and I was stretching out and I thought, why don't I share it with you guys? So come join me. We're going to take ourselves into a downward facing dog to begin with. So just allow the head to hang heavy, press the floor away from you with your hands and your feet and let the sit bones lift up towards the sky. And just stay here for a couple of breaths, allowing the tissue to stretch, to move, the muscles, the myofascia. And slowly bend your right knee, draw your left heel towards the floor. So we're getting a stretch into the calf muscle, into the back of the hamstrings also, but that will travel up the back, lower back into the shoulders. In addition, it's all kind of interlinked. And then to get a deeper stretch into that calf, just tuck your toes behind that heel and allow the toes to guide the heel a little closer to the floor. On that same leg, just turn the foot 45 degrees and ground down through that left heel. This is my left. And slowly just turn the gaze underneath the armpit. And then breathe into the left side of your body. This is accessing muscles in the outer hip now also. You might feel it down the outer side of the thigh, maybe into the calf, maybe into the side of the body, underneath the armpit I'm feeling it also. And then slowly come back to the center. Do the same thing on the other side. So bend the left knee and draw the right heel towards the floor. Just take a few moments to settle. So we're still breathing as we take our post-run stretch, much like we do when we're in our regular practice. I like to breathe in to the rib cage, feel the ribs expand as I inhale. And then take your toes, place them either side of the heel, and just allow them to help you draw that heel a little closer towards the floor. And that will help you get a little deeper into the calf muscle, into the hamstring. And then turning that right foot to 45 degrees. Draw the heel to the floor and take the gaze underneath the right arm. So for any stage in this little stretch sequence, we're putting quite a lot of load on our arms. Feel free to pause in between each of these stretches and just take a little child's pose. And breathing into the right side of the body, feeling a sense of connection with the earth as we lift our hips up towards the sky. And then come all the way through the center. Take a pause in child's pose. So take the legs nice and wide. Drop the hips back to the heels. Reach the hands in extended child's pose. Reach the hands out in front of you and bring the forehead down towards the mat. So it doesn't necessarily have to hit the mat. The bum doesn't necessarily have to hit the heels. And then just breathe into the back of the chest. Into the small of the back and into the belly space. And then press into the hands, via all fours, lift back into your downward facing dog. I really like to do this on a regular basis. You don't have to do this part, but it's nice to get into the quads. Inhale, reach your right leg up to the sky with your right leg bent, open up through the hip. So we're drawing the left heel towards the floor as we're lifting the right knee towards the sky. And we're getting a nice stretch through the right side of the body, into the quadriceps of the right side, into the hip flexors. And then as you exhale, de-rotate, step the right foot to the front of the mat and drop your left knee. So your right foot's just on the outer edge of your mat or just on the outside of your right hand. Your hands are directly underneath your shoulders, just like they would in a plank. And then from here, just tuck under the back toes and walk the back knee back as much as it feels comfortable. Draw the left foot to the floor, press the right foot into the floor. And if you get a feeling of discomfort in the front of the right thigh, just come up onto your elbow. You don't want to feel the stretch on the front of the hip. You want to feel the stretch in the outer side of the hip. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, push the feet into the floor and slowly lower your chest. I'm going to bring my elbows to the floor. That's because I'm working the muscles in my thighs and my body allows me to arrive here. But if I can't get both elbows down, I'm not going to force it. I'm just going to rest on my hands. Structurally, we're all built differently. So just work within the realms of your own physical body. And slowly allowing the breath to guide you a little deeper into these poses. I'm sorry you can't see my head right now, but you can see my body. You're okay. And then bring the left elbow to the floor, the right hand to the right knee, and just slowly guide the right knee away. So you're rolling onto the outer edge of the foot and pushing that knee to one side so that you're starting to access a little deeper into the adductors. I'm going to turn away from you for a moment, but I'll do this stretch towards you any moment now. So from here, just allowing the body to accept and sink into this space. Getting into the hips and the muscles that surround the thigh, that connect to that pelvis. That work really hard when we run. Come all the way back to the center. And then from here, just press the foot into the mat and just bring the foot back a little way into the center, and so that the knee is stacked on top of the ankle. And then from there, you're just going to bend the left knee, reach behind you, and take your foot. So if that feels uncomfortable on the knee, you can pad the knee. If you feel like you can't reach the foot, then you can take a strap around the foot. So wherever you are, you're going to walk your hands to the outer edge of the foot, or you're going to hold your strap around the foot. Press the fingertips into the floor, push the foot into the hand, and open up through the chest. A deep stretch into your quadriceps on the left side. Just working the breath here, allowing the body to take its time to move, take its time to undo the tension that you've just put through it. And then slowly release that. Reach your right foot back, your left foot back, come back to downward facing dog. So now I'll face you, I'll do my left side. I'm going to inhale, lift the left leg to the sky, bend the left knee and open up that left hip. As I do so, I'm drawing the right heel towards the floor, and then I'm just going to right my shoulders so I get the sense of stretch into the hip space. And then derotate, step that left foot to the outer edge of the mat. So my hands are underneath my shoulders, just like I'm doing a plank. I'm going to tuck under my back toe to walk my back knee back until it feels like that's enough. I turn my toes out a little bit on my left foot and take a breath in. And as I exhale, I allow my body to sink down by pressing the feet into the floor, squeezing the inner thighs of the feet. I'm working at being attentive to my breath and being patient, allowing the body to release. Bring the right arm parallel with the top end of the mat, the left hand to the left knee, and slowly guide the left knee out to the side as you take a twist. You're rolling onto the outer edge of the foot, but if that doesn't feel comfortable, feel free just to keep the foot flat. And just allowing your body to sink into the stretch. So you're feeling this in the outer hips, in the inner thighs, maybe into the hamstrings. Getting a bit of rotation and movement in the lower back. And then come back to the center. Walk your left foot in a little way, make sure that left knee's underneath the left ankle, and bend your right leg. So from here, that foot might not reach, it doesn't matter. Then just take a strap or a towel or anything that you might have, a tie, one of the kids' ties, and then just take the hand or the strap or the tie or whatever it is around the foot. Push the foot away from you, turn the chest, getting a deep stretch right through the quadriceps. So I feel this really accesses rectus femoris, which is one of those quad muscles that is also responsible for flexing the hip. It works with the psoas, and it is used a lot when we run. Every time we lift the knee up to travel the leg forward. And then slowly releasing that. Namaste.